Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Dialogue with Batafe. I am Aanchal Kishore Gupta and today we are joined by two inspiring minds in luxury interior design, Mr. Umesh Kumar and Ms. Shefali Agrawal, the dynamic duo behind UK Interia. Their journey is all about passion, creativity and an extraordinary vision that has helped redefine luxury living across 1,500 homes in India, from global influences to deeply personalized experiences. They are setting new benchmarks in modern Indian design. Umesh, Shefali, it is an absolute honor to have you guys here with us at the Bath Affair Center. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Aanchal. We're excited to be here and thank you for having us.
Umesh, you started in civil engineering, then spent years in advertising and media before launching Interia. What was the spark that led you to luxury interior design?
So, Aanchal, two very interesting things happened early in my life. When I was in IIT Delhi, towards my third or fourth year, I came across some fantastic Scandinavian furniture books in the library, and it got my attention on the word go. And thereon, I just got interested more and more into it. Very sleek modern furniture through the books and very sleek modern furniture.
Right.
Then architecture, interior design, all of it. And since that is something which has stayed with me all my life. Even while I was in a corporate job, I was very, very aware and observant of what's happening in terms of design. So that's point number one. It's something which always, I knew it was with me that I like design.
My inclination is towards design.
Right? So that happened. And second very interesting thing that happened was somewhere around 2003-04 when we bought our own apartment in Gurgaon. And that time I was in a job and I did not really have time to devote that much of time to do up my own home interiors. As much I was interested in design, but no, I didn't have the time. It was a full-time task. So I hired some people twice over. We experimented, didn't work out. And then you'll not believe it. I almost spent one entire year researching materials, researching designs, researching hardwares, and I did the complete project on my own. And I was quite satisfied. People, my friends, family, when they saw the place, they quite liked it. It was very simplistic, minimalistic, yet very modern kind of a design, and we were very okay with that.
That's your personal thing,
So that time I knew that this is something which is for me waiting to happen. So Aanchal, my intrinsic passion for interior design, furniture, architecture, and clubbed with my own experience when I was doing up my home and what I had to go through made me realize that this is an industry which where there can be wonders, right? But it suffers from not being very well organized. Any client doing up his home interiors has to go through a lot to get it to a certain stage. And that was the foundation really. This very idea was the foundation of Interia. My own vision was to look at these two aspects of design and execution, making design really fun for the clients. And when it comes to execution, make it completely seamless and hassle-free. No endless follow-up with the vendors and the contractors, right? And no worries about the quality. You just have it delivered and seamlessly and have a fantastic project.
At Batafe also, we try to do this only and minimize the human error to the maximum. Now, Shefali.
Yeah, and I would just like to add to that, what he's already said. I mean, the kind of passion I saw in him was just amazing. As people say, it's no longer work. So I would see him getting up at night, and just hand sketching on the paper, some layout, some design, and I just loved it because he was so happy.
Right. Shefali, from project management at Sapien to co-founding Interia, that's a big shift. What motivated this leap for you?
Yeah, I get asked this question a lot of times. So to be honest, I'd spent a lot of time in corporate and I was very comfortable. And probably that's one of the reasons why I decided to move out, because I was getting too much in my comfort zone. I wanted to do something very different, interesting, and I also felt I want to do something on my own to leverage my experience. And at that point in time, I felt that Interia was growing, and it was at a point in time where they could do with a lot of help, and I could use my experience to make the growth faster. So that's how I decided to join and use my project management and my operational excellence to grow Interia.
Nice, really nice.
And I never looked back.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her joining has been a complete game changer for us.
Of course, of course. The skills she has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
So guys, what defines the design DNA of Interia? How do you approach luxury today?
Yeah, so there is something when it comes to designs, there's something very, very intrinsic to us. And what we try to create for any of our clients, any of our projects, is we want to create a holistic design. There is no particular focus on one piece or couple of pieces in the house, or flouting any kind of high profile brand names in the space. But our idea is that when we create something and somebody walks into that space, right, he should feel that sense of wow, that sense of awe, not knowing what is causing it. He cannot really point to one particular piece or a couple of pieces in the space which make him feel that way. So it is you can say it is in a way more experiential than really putting some things in place which draw attention, right? So that's very one thing. And truly we believe that whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So that's where it is coming from, right? So that's number one. Number two, we believe that each client has got a very, very unique vision and aspiration.
Of course.
Believe me, Aanchal, there not many people are able to articulate that. When you ask them what kind of design you want, they are not able to articulate that. But I think it is for us as designers to discover that. What exactly motivates them? What actually makes them, aspire towards something. So it is our job to discover that. And once we discover that, right, then our job is to take it to the next level. So that really is what we try to do in every project that we do. When it comes to luxury, I have my own point of view on that. For me, the first luxury, which is greater than anything else, is that sense of space. If you don't have that sense of space, believe you me, it's not luxury. So whether the places are small, how to make them more spacious, even the places, if they are spacious, right, how to keep them spacious, simply put. The third element out there is if you can bring in some element of intrigue into the thing.
Some mystery maybe.
Some mystery, exactly, right? So you walk into a space, you don't actually grasp the entire thing in one go. You are discovering little by little by little by little. And that's what I mean by intrigue. It's not completely in your face in one go. You discover the space as you go along. So for me, these are the things about how we create luxury interiors. And last but not the least is you can say, attention to detail and the craftsmanship. I think that is something which is very, very intrinsic to us, and we want to reflect that to be reflected in all of our projects.
Yeah, I'd just like to add to that, Aanchal, especially when we're talking about the DNA of Interia.
Right.
So I think the most important thing for us, it's very, very client-centric. A lot of companies I've seen, design companies, they have templatized the design, and which is fine. I'm not criticizing that. And they have, a typical style, this from X company. So that this is the kind of style I'm going to get. For us, it's the client. And it's not just about the client design preference, but it's also about their lifestyle, understanding their likes, dislikes, understanding about their family values, understanding how they're going to use the spaces. All these things are very important to creating a home that they feel it's their own. It's a reflection of their personality. So that's really the DNA of Interia.
That's really nice to hear. In architecture also, when we study design, they teach us how you understand a client's mind, their perspective.
Yeah,
very important to
exactly.
design.
Yeah.
A simple table can go anywhere,
Yeah.
but you have to understand is that required for their lifestyle. Very,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
very, very nicely
So
said.
that's like, And that's really the DNA. And luxury is again, it's very different for different people. It could be very understated, it could be over the top, and both are luxury.
Both are
But
luxury,
at the
true.
end of the day, luxury is about the small details and to perfection. Like they say, you can have a solitaire or you can have a very heavy gold necklace, but it suits what suits your personality, and both could be luxury.
Bilkul.
So,
Very-
it's like a very personal choice as well. Achal, another point I want to make about luxury. So, luxury is also a very personal thing. It could be minimalism, it could be maximalism to different people. Now, example, comes to my mind is like a diamond. So you have solitaire, a true diamond, and you also have lab-grown diamonds.
Oh.
These days. Now, if I were to be like a purist, what is luxury? I mean, there's no comparison between a solitaire and a lab-grown diamond. So, but yes, people who wear lab-grown, they also feel maybe good about it. But in my mind, I'm clear. That's like in Interia we believe in. It is the material in the true form.
Very true, very true. That's the attention to detail, the
Yeah,
material.
exactly.
True. So, how do you ensure that each project remains original while still carrying the signature interior touch?
Yeah, Aanchal, as we have already talked about it somewhat, each project is different because each client is different. They come with their own unique aspirations and desires and fantasies, right? So the entire space is being crafted around their story. It is to bring that alive. We are not a company which follows a cookie cutter kind of a template so that every project, this is our style, every project reflects that style. We don't do that. It's not somebody who walks in and says, oh, is it done by them? No, it's not like that. But having said that, in terms of design, each place is unique. Having said that, where we carry our signature through is in terms of attention to detail and the perfection and the craftsmanship, and making it look completely perfect in terms of its finished style and everything.
Yeah, and I just want to add to that as well that when we talk about different styles, a lot of clients come and ask us, okay, can you do this style? And we tell them, see, a design style, whether it is classical or it's modern or neoclassical, whatever is the term that they're using, is just a technique or is just pulling out pictures that match to the design. But more importantly, it is about understanding your taste, as we've talked a lot about it. So that's how we have all unique designs. And when somebody walks into somebody's home, a client's home, it should not be that it was designed, oh, it has that style because it's designed by Interia. Rather, yes, it's a true reflection. It's like as if you've designed your home and we've been just co-creators or facilitator in what your dream or vision was.
So, your client and your meeting would be very interesting, I hope. I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes we ask those questions to the client and the client wonders that how is it even related to design?
And how this is too intrusive, maybe.
Well, really, it so happens when we have this initial interaction with the client, after understanding some basics about what they want, etc. The question I pop to them is like, "Acha, aapki khwahish kya hai?" Okay, let's imagine that your house is done.
This is
right?
the requirement, but khwahish kya hai?
Khwahish kya hai, right? So I ask them, take them through a slight journey. Just imagine that your house is completely done to your heart's desire. Can you describe that house to me? Right?
Very nice.
And that's when they start thinking. That's when they start dreaming.
Beyond the Pinterest pictures.
Yeah, beyond the
exactly.
correct. And then they come out with something amazing. And these days, clients are very, very experimental, willing to try out something new. And that's when they start thinking and share with us what they're looking for
in their particular house.
Yeah.
So you understand their day-to-day life also, their family structure.
Yeah.
You have to get into all those details.
Absolutely.
Important.
How they use the spaces, how they socialize, how they spend their time solo, how they spend time with the family, all of it. We have to understand that. Then only can we create and craft something which fits them like a tea.
Yeah, and just one example that comes to mind of a recent project that we completed. Now, there's a family of 3 people, husband, wife, and the daughter, and all of them just love dancing.
Okay,
So just love dancing.
that's nice.
And they wanted a dance floor in the living room with full mirror
Okay.
and a good music system, because that's what they do, that's what their passion, and that was a very important aspect of their home.
Oh, that's so nice to
Yeah.
incorporate as a designer to get that opportunity to do that.
So it's
Yeah.
it's things like that that really help you design. What are your hobbies? They were learning piano, so said, why don't you have a piano corner? So things like that, when you understand what are their passions, what are their hobbies, just beyond that I want a grey color or a beige color.
So that's how we also design at Bath Affair. Also, we have for understanding a person's personal bathroom is also
Yeah.
also kya. This is the most personal
Can't be
thing.
more personal than that.
You can't get more personal. So we have to understand how they use their spaces. It's just not about pink tiles or this
Yeah.
color WC or faucet. You have to understand the journey, the time you spend.
Yeah.